Now we switch to the second exercise. Flower fresh. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. Humans are born as flowers. When I look at a child, I see him as a flower. Very fresh. Very beautiful. Look, our eyes are like flowers. In the sutra, the eyes of the Buddha are described as lotus flowers. Our lips can be a beautiful flower, especially when we smile. We know how to smile. And this is a flower that we can offer to anyone at any time. Just breathing in and breathing out and smile. And you have one flower to open. And you know something, your eyes can smile too. So when you look at someone and smile with your eyes, you offer 2 flowers. And if you smile with your mouth, you offer 3 flowers. And your hands are also like flowers. And with my hands I can form a flower, a lotus flower. And when I bow to someone, I say something like this: a flower for you, the Buddha to be. And I bow to him or to her. So my hands are flowers capable of making people happy. And when I offer a lotus flower to that person, I offer another flower with my mouth and 2 other flowers with my eyes. We are born as flowers, but if we don't know how to take care of our flower may be tired, may wilt. When you breathe in deeply, you make every cell in your body smile like a flower. Become fresh again for your sake, for your own happiness, and for the happiness of those around us. If you are not fresh, if you are grouchy, if you are irritated, and then the people around you cannot be happy. Therefore, practicing becoming a flower again. Practicing breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. The Buddha practiced refreshing himself. And therefore, when we look at him, we see him like a flower. He is described as sitting on a flower. It means that anywhere he sits with peace, happiness, freshness, because he is a flower himself. So when you sit on your cushion, sit in such a way that you become a flower, and suddenly your cushion becomes a lotus flower. And practicing the way of the Buddha, you should sit on a lotus flower and not on burning charcoals. If you have too much worries, too much anger in yourself, you cannot sit on a flower. You sit on burning charcoal. You have no peace. As soon as you sit down, you want to run again. And therefore, the lotus is not available. In order for the lotus to be available as a seed to you, practice being a flower. Flower fresh. That is the second exercise. And if you practice like that 3 or 4 times, you become fresh and you enjoy that. Now we switch to the third exercise, which is mountain solid. In this position, the half lotus position or the lotus position, you find yourself quite stable, solid. If you feel agitated, not solid, vulnerable, breakable, and then you practice this in order to get solid again. The solidity, the stability of the body will help bring about the stability of the mind. And therefore, sit in a stable position and practice breathing in and out, you become more stable in your mind. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. From time to time, a very strong emotion overwhelms us. That emotion can be anger or despair or fear. And when we are overwhelmed by a strong emotion, we feel that we are very vulnerable. We may die. This is too bad. Because we are more than our emotion. We are more solid than we may think. And therefore, practicing being solid like a mountain is very helpful. When you look at a tree during a storm, you see that the top of the tree is not solid. You can only see the tiny branches and a number of leaves on the top of the tree, swaying back and forth. You have the impression that the tree is very vulnerable, very fragile. But if you see the tree is firmly rooted in the ground, the impression that the tree is vulnerable will vanish. You see that the tree is much more solid than it looks at the top. We, the human body, the human person, is like that too. We have emotions on the top, somewhere here, but we have the trunk down here. Our trunk is somewhere on this level, a little bit below your navel. And with this sitting position, if you bring your attention down to this level and practice breathing in and out and follow the movement of your abdomen, breathing in, breathing out. I see myself as a mountain. I feel solid. And if you practice like this 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, your emotion will not be able to destroy you anymore. You now know that you are more than your emotions. Therefore, this exercise is very important. We should practice it every day so that when we face a strong emotion, we know what to do in order to handle our emotions. Let us practice this exercise for a few times. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. Try to sit in a solid way to practice this. You don't have to use all the words. You just retain the word mountain for inhalation and solid for your exhalation. Mountain, solid.